Hello, welcome to NorCal Sports TV's coverage of the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. RimRockers and the Altitude. RimRockers in white and gray. The Altitude in the orange and blue jerseys as we get going here on day 3 of the 5-day, 4-night overnight basketball camp. Here from the Sierra Outdoor School, Glenn Hall kicking it out to Sebastian Aravalo. Aravalo gets inside the paint. A lift fake backdoor had Eskis. Eskis able to toss something up. Maybe not what he had originally had intended. So it goes over to the Altitude. Here's Trevor Jansen out there with Nash Burgess. Also got Landon Hansot out there. Avery Raya. Jansen's three-pointer won't go. Mason Johnson gets it off the save from Hansot. That's your 5 for the Altitude. Troy Eskis, Glenn Hall, Sebastian Arevalo, Marco Diaz, and Evan Wan, the starters for the RimRockers. Johnson slips it back door to Jansen. Layup bounces around and off the body of Glenn Hall into the hands of Marco Diaz. Marco Diaz blazing up the court in his pink shorts. Gets down to the baseline, draws a crowd, drops off to Juan. His mid-range shot won't go. Diaz with the rebound. Can get back out to Juan. Second chance opportunity is good. First bucket of the game goes to the RimRockers. It's 2-0. And so brings it across half court. Splits a couple defenders, gets to the basket. Eskis got a piece of that one. It's going to stay down at this end with the Altitude. And so Jansen coming back door again, open for a bucket. Tied up at 2. Just getting started here in the D-League. It's the junior high division, 7th and 8th grade. They get it over to Hall, down the baseline, drives, short. Here comes Trevor Jansen looking to push. Got Diaz to beat. Diaz stops the ball, good defense. Ryan swings it over to Hansot. Hansot trying to get past Eskis, gets into the paint, throws one up off the glass, rebound Diaz. Diaz hands off to Arevalo. Arevalo inside. Gets a ball screen off of Diaz. There's Eskis. This shot deflected into the hands of Burgess. Burgess looking to push. Burgess drops it off. Nice pass to Jansen. Layup just short. Hit off the front iron. Or the bottom of the iron, I should say. Eskis, nice look. And that one is a chase down block from Nash Burgess. Channeling his inner LeBron James or more recently Derek White. Without maybe the Jaylen Brown push in the back. Nice block there from Nash Burgess. Of course, the youngsters will be taking in the NBA Finals later on tonight. They'll have it on one of the screens over by the cafeteria or the snack shack. Also have the three-point contest later on tonight on NorCal Sports TV. Hope you could join us. Scheduled to go on air a little after 7:30 for our three-point contest as Eskis gets inside. Nice cut and finish by Troy Eskis. A little off balance. Falling to his left. Got it to go across his body on his right hand. Makes it 4-2. Favor here, the RimRockers. Nice power hop by Mason Johnson, who ties it back up. Knotted up again, this time at 4. Arevalo. Looking for a ball screen up top from Diaz. Johnson slipping through a couple of those screens. Hall rips it through on Raya and then bounces it off the foot of a defender. Hansot picks it up. Hansot, head up. Looking for someone, finds Jansen in transition. Good job of stepping and facing, getting square, and then attacking the basket. This kid's got some skills. Trevor Jansen got 6 in the ball game. Future Escalon Cougar. Out there hitting the hardwood for Coach Nate Bartlink. My guy. Ravalo somehow got that back from Jansen. It was between his legs. Diaz tight rope in the side, the baseline. Throws it into the hands of Burgess. Burgess up ahead of Johnson. Johnson's shot, a little too strong. Now Diaz pushing the other way. Diaz all the way to the bucket with the left hand. Nice drive and take by Marco Diaz. Tied up at 6. Johnson, shot won't go, goes out of bounds. That'll take us to our first substitution break here on NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Look at that take, nice take. Welcome back to NorCal Sports TV. We have the summer basketball camp. So we got a couple D-League games going on currently. You're watching the RimRockers and the Altitude. Concurrently on our network on NorCal Sports TV, we have the Dazzle and Team Energy. We're playing over on court 2. They just came back from their substitution break. We are coming back from our substitution break. Along with my producer, Joseph Yanez. I'm Mario Ramos. You got Arevalo, Esquis, Juan, Hall, and Diaz. The same 5 out there for the RimRockers. Tied up at 6, are we? In this D-League game, Mason Johnson, little power hop. Gets to the rim, gets it to go. Bucket there for Mason Johnson. His second of the game. And lead back over to the Altitude. Here at 8-6. Arevalo gets a step inside, off balance runner with the left hand. Okay, Sebastian Arevalo. He's been showing out up here at camp. Gritty guard. Handles the ball pretty well. He plays good defense too. And Bott was cutting back door. Johnson thought he was going to be out in the corner. Miscommunication results in a turnover for the Altitude. 8-8 ball game. RimRockers back with it. Hall gets it off the kick out, drops it off to Diaz. Juan with the mid-range. Into the hands of Johnson momentarily. Now back into those hands as he dribbles it up past half court. Burgess, a little short fall away. Nice take from Nash Burgess, his first bucket. The Altitude in front, 10-8. Kick out to Diaz. Diaz spins inside, off the glass, rolls out. Ball still loose. Now Jansen corrals it. Jansen pushing. Jansen inside. Jansen off balance. Arevalo got a piece of it. Jansen able to kick it back out to Bott. Altitude still in possession as Johnson gets a step inside, gets the bucket to go, and one with the body hanging all over him. Mason Johnson going to the free throw line, a chance for a three-point play. Six in the game for Johnson, trying to add to it. Free throw is good. Give him 3, and it's 13-8. Altitude opening up a little lead here. They're up by 5. Hall gets it in the middle, drops it off to Esquis. Good idea. That one just had a little too much air on it. Chase Taylor out there as well for the Altitude, lead by 5. Johnson drops off a sweet dish inside to Nash Burgess. Got into the bucket. Nice screen and roll there for those two. Good two-man game. 7-point lead. Ball loose. Revelo doubled, looking for some relief. Gets it over to Juan. Burgess with the rebound. Burgess up ahead. Burgess in the paint. Drop off to Jansen. Bucket. Nice dish. Good transition. Jansen now with 6 in the ball game. It's a 9-point lead here for the Altitude over the RimRockers. Revelo. Bounce pass deflected and stolen. Up ahead, here's Bott. Bott with the right hand, too strong. Jansen on the cleanup, over the backboard, out of bounds. And that'll go over to the RimRockers. Looking for some offense. Here's, they're down by 9. Eskis gets past Bott. Jump shot from the elbow. Ball being tapped around. Still loose, and Juan picks it up. Juan in the paint. Drop off to Eskis, blocked by Burgess. Another block shot for Nash Burgess. Johnson slipping through the defense. Drop off to Jansen. Tough layup, but he got it to go. Another assist for Johnson. Another bucket for Jansen. He's got 8. The lead is double figures. We're at 11 at 19-8. Another deflection up top. Johnson behind the back. Looking for Burgess, streaking down the lane. Burgess, awesome pass into Jansen. Another bucket. 10 in the game for Jansen. Sweet dish there for Burgess. 21-8. As the RimRockers are going to take us to a timeout. They'll have possession when we come back, but they trailed the Altitude 21-8 here on NorCal Sports TV. We're here at the Sierra Outdoor School, NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp. We're almost alongside with Joseph Yanez. We're watching the Altitude and the RimRockers. The Altitude in control. They lead 21-8 in this ball game. We come back from the break. Arevalo gets it out to Whitaker. Whitaker driving the baseline, back out to Arevalo. Also got Kaplan, Hall, and Juan. The 5 for the RimRockers, looking for some offense. Hall with the back down. Back to an 11-point margin as Kaplan had a hand on that one, and I think he was the last. No, and so thought that Kaplan was the last one to touch it. He's asking for a review. No reviews out here at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Whitaker sets a good ball screen up top for Revelo. Picked up by Taylor. Good switch. Hall slithering through. Left the floater short. Out of bounds over to the altitude. And so, looking for a ball screen from Taylor. Slips inside. Wanted bot, but Revelo picked it off. Revelo pushing. Tried to go behind the back and bounced it off his teammate's foot. Tough luck there. Jansen's left open in transition. Jansen finishes for another 2 and 1. Trevor Jansen hit on the way up. He's got a dozen now in the ballgame. I guess no foul. They're going to give him the point, but I guess no foul. So 23-10. Revelo driving the baseline. Kick out to Hall in the corner. Hall. It over to Whitaker. Whitaker. Mainline drive cut off by Taylor. Good defense. Hansot almost had the loose ball. Hall flips it over to Juan. Nice pass. Didn't look maybe that pretty, but did the trick. The RimRockers couldn't get it to go down. Here comes the altitude. Revelo calls for a reach and foul. Trying to pressure the ball handler, Sasha Bott. Jansen out to Taylor. Taylor gets a step. Taylor off the back rim, nearly got the bounce, did get his own rebound. Goes up and Hall comes down with it. Kaplan, Hansot chasing from behind, gets a piece of it and then dives out into the little hill area. Hopefully he's okay. Took a little spill as Raya steps in front and steals it. Raya with the Revelo chasing him. Gets inside, comes to 2 feet, and he got fouled. And free throws coming up. Two free throws here for Avery Raya. Getting close to our halftime break. When we come back, we'll have 17 minutes left to play. We'll have 3 5-minute increments, and then the final 2 minutes will be played out like a real ball game. Taylor's trying to play the okie doke on Glenn Hall. He tapped him on the opposite shoulder. They battle for the rebound, and Hall comes out with it. Hall bringing it across half court. Under a minute left to play. Whitaker. Revelo. This one picked up by Raya on the loose ball.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left to play as Hansot has it on the wing. Looking for a Jansen screen. Taylor, a little ball fake. Taylor off the backboard. I think he just passed it to himself. And now he kicks it out to Bott. Hansot, Jansen. Jansen gets inside. Off balance runner rattles out. Final seconds here of the first half. Kaplan brings it across. And we're going to get called for a carry.
Time.
And that will take us to halftime here on NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. 23-10, the altitude leading the RimRockers. We'll be back with the second half of play right after these messages. Welcome back to NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp. Getting ready to start the second half between the Altitude and the RimRockers here on our network. Appreciate you joining us on youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV. Hit that like, subscribe button. The little bell thing to be alerted to all the notifications when NorCal Sports TV goes live. Bring you action here from the summer basketball camp. Come the fall, we'll have high school and junior college football on our airwaves. Late fall, early winter, it's all basketball here on NorCal Sports TV. Not all basketball, but a whole lot of basketball. Coming to you on the airwaves of NorCal Sports TV, just like we got here at the summer basketball camp. And we got, I think, 6 members of the RimRockers. So trying to find the offense somehow, but that's not going to be allowed. I guess we'll have to head to the bench area. You got Diaz, Whitaker. Diaz gets inside, throws up a wild floater, gets out to Whitaker. Along the sideline, Whitaker, Kaplan, Arevalo, and Hall. The starters here for the RimRockers who trail the Altitude. Arevalo tried to cut into that. And that one bounced off the back iron. Whitaker able to get the long board. He steps back. 3 won't go. Rebound, Chase Taylor. Taylor, Mason Johnson, Nash Burgess, Avery Raya, and Sasha Bott. The 5 for the Altitude. Ball screen up top. Johnson gets open, keeps the dribble alive all the way to the rim. Layup's good for 2 from Mason Johnson. He's got 9. Raya D'ing up on Diaz. Diaz's fall away off the spin. Rebounded by the Altitude. And stolen in the backcourt, but that's not going to be allowed. No pressing. So, got to get back to the other squad. Johnson again working off the Burgess screen. Again keeps the dribble alive, gets to the block. This time kicks it out to Burgess. Kicks it back out to Taylor. Taylor, a nice rip through, gets him to the paint. Good footwork there by Taylor. Shot off the mark. I like the patience in the paint there by Chase Taylor. A lot of kids get in there and think they have to throw a pass away or take a crazy shot, even though they might be defended. Taylor, nice and under control in the paint. Coach told me one time, Diaz gets inside. Nice pass by Hall. Shot won't go. Just speaking on that, a coach told me one time they're more afraid of you than you should be of them once you get in the paint. A lot of options in there. Johnson dribbles out of the paint, now gets it back inside, but pass picked off there by Diaz. Good read. Diaz, nice dish to Hall. Hall. Shot ends up in the hands of Raya. Raya has some space. Raya lays it up. Rebound Taylor, a little ball fake, and shot won't go. Bott comes in, crashing the boards, and layup's good for 2. Nice follow there by Sasha Bott. 27-10. Kaplan gets it out to Whitaker, wanted to give and go. Whitaker, back up top to Kaplan. Johnson, pass deflected, gets the steal. Johnson gets into the defender and finishes at the bucket for another one. 29-10. Altitude. Mason Johnson now has 11. Arevalo trying to spin on Johnson. Johnson not going anywhere. Hall tries to slip it back inside to Arevalo, and I think Johnson got a piece of it. It'll be RimRockers basketball here at NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Day 3 of the camp. D-League action on both courts. Whitaker deflected by Raya. Johnson keeps it in bounds. Bats it over to Taylor. Taylor, nice dish over to Ryan in the corner. Taylor's been playing well this ball game. Diaz speeding past everyone except Nash Burgess, who catches up to him but fouls him on the way up. So he's saying they got the ball, but he got him with some body, and it's going to be free throws here for Marco Diaz. Burgess thought he had another chase down block. Instead, it's going to go over to Burgess. Getting near the 12-minute mark where we'll take our next substitution timeout. 12, 7, and 2 marks.
Break after the free throws. Break.
Diaz gets it back, but we're going to stop it there. We'll have a substitution timeout and come back with more basketball here on NorCal Sports TV's Summer Basketball Camp. Back NorCal Sports TV's coverage of the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day, 4-night, overnight basketball camp for boys and girls grades 4th through 12th. If you or anyone you know is interested, we've got another one coming up in July here at the Sierra Outdoor School. That'll be the week of July 8th through the 12th up here in Sonora. Violation's going to go against the RimRockers. Ball over the Altitude, who lead this one 29-10. Here in D-League action, we got another D-League game going on court 2. Glenn Hall got a foul on Jansen. We're going to line it up and shoot 2. Trevor Jansen's had himself a pretty good game. The only thing he hasn't done yet is hit a free throw. He's 0 for 1 at the foul line. But he's got 12 points in the ball game, doing a bit of everything else for the Altitude. Jansen gets 1 to go. It's them to 30. Jansen's second free throw off the rim, bounces out to Marco Diaz, gives him a head start. He doesn't need much to get going. That dude, like he's shot out of a cannon. And he tried to get it back to him, but a little floating pass picked off there by Chase Taylor. Bucket there for Trevor Jansen. Another shot for the Altitude, puts them up by 22. Revelo lost the handle, but ended up getting a good look. Gets one to go off the back rim, 32-12. Jansen trying to back down Diaz, double team. Nash Burgess left wide open and passes it down low as Taylor was open as well. Gets to the bucket. Jansen with the O board, too strong. Taylor, his opportunity with the left hand is in for 2. Nice finish there from Chase Taylor. His first bucket of the game. Revelo backdoored on Eskis, or backdoor to Eskis, and so. And so went over and back. He's going to have to get the ball over to the RimRockers, 34-12. Revelo gets a ball screen from Whitaker. Spins into a triple team, and Nash Burgess takes it from him. Burgess with Jansen on the left side. Jansen rips across the defender and finishes at the bucket. Trevor Jansen having himself quite an afternoon here at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. 36-12, altitude. Steamrolling through the RimRockers. Hall. Kick out. Eskis 3 on the way. Revelo runs it down, dribbles out to the corner. Johnson out there pressuring and forces a Revelo to bounce it out of bounds. Gonna go over to the altitude. Johnson. Kick out to Taylor, steps in, and bounces out of bounds over to the RimRockers. Kick out to Whitaker. Whitaker driving the baseline. Whitaker gets inside, tries to come back. No angle. And the ball goes over to Taylor. Johnson gets Burgess going back door. Burgess one extra pass to Jansen. Missed the layup into the hands of Whitaker. Whitaker. Jump stops, draws 2, kicks out. Hall tees up a 3. And Hanso, good block out. Let the ball go out of bounds. Everyone wait on it and plays it back in here to Mason Johnson. 36-12. Diaz kicks out to Eskis. Eskis step back 3 on the way. Nearly got that one a drop. Good shot there by Troy Eskis. Jansen pushing up the court, but Diaz coming from behind.
Timeout.
Able to knock it out of bounds. And that'll take us to a
Part 1, timeout.
substitution timeout. Nash Burgess' shot. Let's see if it goes in. Oh, he missed it, but that'll send us to the substitution break here on NorCal Sports TV. All altitude. We'll be back right after this break. I'm Mario Ramos, along with my producer, Joseph Yanez. We're here on NorCal Sports TV. The altitude running away with this one. They're all over the RimRockers. It's 36-12 as we get ready to resume action here at the Sierra Outdoor School. Day 3 of camp. Campers got to go in the cafeteria today for lunch. We'll get to go in the cafeteria all the time, but lunchtime today, the menu, we had some sandwiches, Rice Krispie treats that went pretty fast, you would think, with all these campers out here. Fresh fruit, plenty available. I myself, big fan of the watermelon, the grapes that are up here. Good stuff. Get back to the action. Taylor and so here's Bott slipping back door, tried to reverse layup. It got under the rim and also got hit on the way up. And so he'll line it up and shoot 2. Again, Sasha Bott, Chase Taylor. You got Landon Hanso, Avery Ryan, Mason Johnson, the 5 for the altitude, who lead this one by 24. Make it 25 as Bot splashes that one home. For the RimRockers, you got Aiden Whitaker. You also got Miles Kaplan, Marco Diaz, Evan Juan, and Sebastian Arevalo. Rebound picked up by Diaz. Diaz, again, he is so fast. Speeding up the court with the basketball in hand. Can't get the layup to go. Last touch by the RimRockers over to the altitude. Altitude lead by a quarter, lead by 25. Johnson tries to bounce it down low to Taylor. Gets to him. A little fall away from Chase Taylor. Got it to go. A little bitty hook shot there off the fadeaway post. Giving the too small side. Okay, Chase Taylor. Oh, that's funny stuff. Here's Whitaker on the baseline. His shot won't go, and Taylor battling with Juan. All of a sudden, the intensity picking up on that matchup. Good to see smiles on the faces here at the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. What it's all about. Diaz spins. Shot off the front rim. Kaplan. Hands it off to Arevalo and then cuts back. Kaplan on the give and go. Puts it up short. Got his own rebound. Looking for some space. Found it. Tosses up another one. Bounces out to Mason Johnson. Johnson shaking. Bring the ball up and over the defender. Layup short. Diaz, here we go. Off to the races. Right at hand suit. You have a guy telling him to slow down. Yeah, right. Marco Diaz is going right to the cup for another bucket. His second of the game. I don't think Marco Diaz knows what that means, slow down. And he gets it, he's ready to go. Bot left open, corner three, strong. Taylor with another offensive rebound, faked a pass. Trying to take it up, got blocked. Bot wants another crack at it. This one off the back rim. And Juan tipped it right to Raya. Raya's second shot won't go. Here comes Sebastian Arevalo. Arevalo tries to drop it off to Kaplan. Deflection into the hands of Raya. Nice reverse from Taylor, but at the bottom of the rim. Couldn't quite get that one to go. Whitaker gives it over to Juan. Nice pass inside to Diaz. Diaz turns, rebounded by Taylor. Johnson gets inside, gets his own board to kick out to Hanso. Hanso lines up a three-pointer off the mark. Kaplan wanted Whitaker, couldn't get it to him. And so walking across half court, gives it to Taylor at the elbow. Taylor takes the elbow jumper, and so crashing the boards, but Juan already had that one in his hand. Here comes Diaz again. Diaz goes right to the block. Nice step through. Gets it to go. And one. Marco Diaz. Gotta love Marco Diaz's energy here down the stretch. Score being what it is, he's still out here playing hard. Have a free throw opportunity. Rocking the pink shorts with the cactuses on it. Can't get the shot to go. Taylor throws it right over to Diaz, and Diaz left-hand layup is going to count before we head to our substitution break. So a couple buckets here for Marco Diaz to send us to this substitution. He now has 8 points in the game. We'll step aside and be back on NorCal Sports TV. Welcome back for the final 2 minutes here between the Altitude and the RimRockers, NorCal Sports TV's D-League division at the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. We're at day 3. Burgess, kick out 3 on the way. He thought it was in. He was walking back like he dropped it. Kick out to Johnson. Johnson gets inside, pull-up shot. We got a foul as Trevor Jansen. Jansen's going to have free throws. He's 0 for at the free throw line. I think he got 1 for 3. Here's Trevor Jansen at the foul line. First free throw here for Trevor Jansen. Rattles out. He'll get 1 more. Next shot for Trevor's got the orange shoes to match the top of the orange jersey. As the ball's off Burgess's hands, it's going to go over to the RimRockers. In command, they lead this one 21-18. Here's a Revelo. His shot rebounded by Burgess. Burgess up ahead to Jansen. Johnson on the lob. Burgess with the follow. Can't get it to go. Well, some highlight reel stuff there for the Altitude, running back with smiles on their face like, man, we almost had that one. Here's Hall. He's got that one. Nice little runner for Glenn Hall. 39-20. Johnson with the power hop. Johnson with another finish. He's having himself a heck of a ball game here. 13 points for Mason Johnson. 41-20.
50 seconds left.
50 seconds left to play. Try to slip it inside to Hall. Burgess with the run-out layup. Burgess going to add to his total here with the bucket. And it's 43-20. 30 seconds left to play. Revelo trying to thread the needle. Pass deflected and stolen by Burgess. Burgess gives it off to Johnson. Slows down to ensure the layup is up and in for 2. 15 now for Johnson. Altitude in complete command. 45-20.
10, 9, 8, 7.
And that's going to do it here as Eskis will walk it across half court. And the Altitude pick up the W at NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Eskis' last second heave won't go. And we'll step aside for Joseph on Mario. Altitude 45, the RimRockers 20.